Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Man, it's been a minute since I have done a traditional slip joint review. And yeah, we're going to take care of that today. Now, this is the Marbles Black Stag Bone Cattleman's Jack. And I've been seeing knives like this, very similar knives on my good buddy Tobias's channel, Knife Chats with Tobias. And you know, I've seen a few a while back, and I was like, man, I really want to check one of those out. So I did. And this is the one that I chose. So we're going to take a look at it. And you know what? I think I'll probably be having another Let's Talk Rough Riders coming up here pretty darn soon as well. I just haven't, I really want to get back to doing some more traditionals. So, but today, let's take a look at this Marbles knife. Now, as I said, black stag bone. So your covers there are bone, and obviously, you know, they've been blackened there in the middle. Really good looking. Now you have nickel silver ringed pinched bolsters. This one is ringed and pinched. This one is as well. Brass liners on it. I mean, guys, check that out. You know, that looks pretty darn good for a, what, $15 knife? That's not bad. That is really not bad at all. And I don't see a whole lot of, let's see here, I don't see a whole lot of gapping in between the bone and the liners either. Man, you know what? We're looking all right here. I'm really digging this one. Now you've got a nickel silver shield as well, as I said, brass liners. Pretty darn cool. It's a two-bladed pattern, as you can see there. Now, I'm going to do the small one first. You've got a little pen blade here. These are 440A steel. Got a nice little swedge there on your pen. Match strike pulls. We'll measure these out here real quick. Now, the only thing is, as you can see there, see how we've got that darn little pen blade kind of covers up your match strike a little bit on that main clip point, which is very nice. You've got the Marbles quality knives marking there on your blade. What do we got there? You got the MR475. Yep, Marbles knives are made in China. There you go, Marbles. Trademark there. A nice little, again, with a nice little swedge on that clip point blade. Really nice. Now this one's got a match strike long pull on it, which I just really like the way those look. I really like the way the long pulls and even the match strike long pulls look on these blades. Really nice. Of course, it'd look a lot better if it didn't have my grubby fingerprints all over it. But, you know, what happens? Got a reflection. Look at that polish, man. You can see the vent in the ceiling. Got a polished finish on it. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's take some measurements real quick. So, I believe it said it was about 4 1/4 closed. Yep, right there. About 4 1/4, and it's about, how tall is it? You're looking at pretty much about 1 inch tall, and we're probably looking, I could probably do it with the calipers, but, you know, we're looking at about 5/8 inch thick here across the spine. So, but I'll show you what it looks like against a couple of our favorites. Here you go. That's how it looks against the good old original micarta work knife. Kind of some comparisons there. How about a Wegener camper? Not a Victorinox, a Wegener. There you go. And how about one of the Holiday Pioneer X models? Very good. Now that is a Victorinox. So there you go. It's a chunky little knife, but I really like it. I really like it. It gives you, make sure you got something, you know, it feels like you have something, you know, in your hand. So let's see here. Oh, what do we got? So we said about a 4 1/4 on, you know, fully closed. So we're looking at about 3 1/4 roughly on that clip point blade. So what's that? About 7 1/2 fully open when you have for the main blade, and then your pen blade, you're looking at about, what do we got there? 2 1/4-ish. So about 6 1/2 fully open with that one. we'll get a little bit of a weight on it just to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to have in your pocket. Well, let's zoom out just a little bit. So we'll start in grams for our buddies across the pond. How's that? 125 grams or 4.4 ounces. So it's a chunky little bugger. It's got a little bit of weight to it. I just carried it, you know, pocket dropper, and, you know, I carried fine. I really didn't notice it a whole lot. Not much of a, we can't talk about, well, we are talking about carry, I guess. Like I said, I just use it as a pocket dropper. I didn't carry it in a slip or anything like that, but carried just fine. No real issues. Overall, what do I think? You know, that fit and finish, though, like I said, you know, for a $14, $15 knife, that fit and finish is pretty darn good. You know, a little gap right there. Nothing too major, though. Overall, man, it's a good-looking little knife. Now, let's talk about pulls. And the pull on the pen blade, it's maybe a 4. As you can see, the spring on that one's not overly strong. It's got a decent, a little bit of snap to it, but now the clip point, that pull is probably about a 6 in my book. And listen to this. Nice half stop. Oh yeah, that's got a nice little snap to it. Now, any evidence of like blade wrap or anything like that? No, not really at all. It's held up really nice. Snapping it up, you know, no real issues with blade wrap. Grinds kind of widen out there towards the tip. Not too bad. The grinds look pretty good for the most part. Even got a small little sharpening choil there. The kick. Yeah, overall, you know, I was pretty impressed with this little guy. You know, guys know I like my Rough Riders. Well, you know what? I mean, I'm trying to think. This little marbles, man, man, I'm just trying to think of how many. I don't think I've had a whole lot of marbles on the channel. So I'm sure that was probably what played into me really wanting to check this out. And they just looked so interesting when I saw them on Tobias's channel. Overall, guys, it's a nice little slip joint. If you're looking to get into slip joints, what I always say about the Rough Riders, it's a great way to get into slip joints for not a lot of money. And you can find out what patterns you like. And, then if you really start to get into slip joints, then you can, step up to even the Rough Rider Reserve line or Case or GEC or whatever, wherever you want to go with it. But, these little marbles, I think they're probably, in that same ballpark with Rough Rider. Just good, solid little knives and good ones to check out. So let me know down in the comments. What do you think, guys? What do you think of this one? Marbles Black Stag Bone, Cattleman's Jack. Really appreciate the inspiration from Tobias. Like I said, I saw something similar on his channel and just really wanted to check it out. So greatly appreciate it, guys. Like I said, I think I'll be coming up with another Let's Talk Rough Rider edition here in the next week or so, maybe. So keep your eyes open for that. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. But I need to tell you something else real quick. What did I forget? Jack Farm Boys Fundraiser Raffle. Gotta make sure that I mention that. Yep, got the fundraiser going on for Jack Farm Boy right now. I'll leave a video or a link to the video down in the description so you guys can check that out as well. Just wanted to make sure I reminded everyone of that because, well, we're helping Jack out through a rough time. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.